The most valuable commodity I know of is information. Wouldn't you agree?
Ah, Jack.
Jack to the best!
Hi there guys, welcome back into another session, just coming up to 9 AM in the London European session here. What we're going to do today is a few nice levels now coming in on Big Boy BTC. So we're going to have a look at the levels on BTC, where we've come from and where we are going. And we're going to have a look at Pepe as well, because that's an interesting one. Obviously grabbing a lot of fresh new blood in the market, a lot of attention. So I just want to have a look at a couple of things and point out a few things that we are looking at if you've not got exposure to that asset or some other memes. A couple of things that you can take away from this video to consider whether you are trading them or you're just wanting to get involved and invest in them. Okay guys, so let's crack on. Right, yeah, this is interesting. Trump's media group talks to buy crypto firm backed. I think he's in chatting with I think he's even been chatting with Brian Armstrong as well, Baldy Brian Armstrong. Interesting. Okay, so yesterday was a little bit of a choppy day. Monday madness on BTC, levels to watch, okay? Didn't know what was going to happen yesterday, really. Across the market, ended up being a very, very choppy day, didn't it? Not a lot of action yesterday at all. Sometimes, and historically, that's what Mondays can be like, okay? You get a little bit of a Monday auction, especially in legacy markets. You get a little bit of a Monday auction. They form the range. And then Tuesday's trading it seems to be a little bit better, but we'll see what we get today. So today, battling the BTC books continues. Consolidation under resistance. If you don't know what that means, basically consolidation under supply, under resistance, to then maybe pop and rotate higher up. Certainly looking like that at the minute, but we will go and check a few levels. But yeah, we've got some offers above. We've got some dynamic new bid coming in from spot market as well. Spot market still bidding this up 89, 90k. Really good. Aggregated open interest, 1 hour cumulative delta, pretty chilled. Yeah, not bad at all. Okay, so some really good stuff we can look at together today. Just want to point out quickly, if you haven't been trading with the TRDR.io alert system, get involved in that. Okay, some really nice alerts coming in. You've got to obviously consider what the wider market is doing as well, what BTC is doing, because you do get you obviously get reactions from ones like this here. We're just having a look at ETH here, there, but consider what the wider market is doing. I think at the point when you get some of these alerts is probably when BTC is getting its alerts and hitting demand as well. But nice to see that from ETH. Played a little bit of that last week and then got bored with it. Absolute sack of shit coin when it moves. Number one, if you weren't in Pepe from the other week, this was your area to get involved. Okay, back at that 0.11, to be honest, I'll say 0.11. It's in the thousands, isn't it? Okay, but nice alerts from Pepe from the console. Grab a link from below if you don't know what it is. Get involved, join us in the socials. And continuation bid as well. Continuation bid did get a big deviation there, and we're obviously forming a little bit of a meme triangle now. Solana was the best one of last week. I do have to say, I said to the guys in the Discord that, you know, I'm getting involved in Sol here. It's looking really good. So, you know, even if you were in from lower on spot or perps, you were getting some really nice alerts here last week into Friday. I think this one was on Friday. And then it was actually early hours for me Sunday morning. It absolutely flew, didn't it? It absolutely went ballistic. So really nice to see that from Sol. So yeah, a few things to look at. One thing we are going to look at today, as I mentioned, was Pepe. A few levels to look at on Pepe, so we'll go ahead and look at those now. Before we jump in and dive into BTC, okay, so here we go. So you've got this meme triangle going on Pepe that I'm sure, you know, everybody's been doing this sort of thing. Oh my God, look at this. Oh, this is our triangle. No, this is the triangle. Oh shit, we've dropped again. No, this is a triangle. Well, one thing to say is, if you trade in shit like this, you really need to manage your risk. Breakout trades like this are very low win rate. In fact, they are absolutely shit to trade. I mentioned to the guys in the Discord at the weekend, actually, I said, look, crypto Twitter all over expecting a big pump. Best risk reward is to fake out of this triangle, and I meant one way or the other. Fill all the peps bid, take the liquidity, and then full send. So this can take time. So last week I was looking at this and thinking, okay, do we drop first, take this order block, grab all liquidity and then pump? Okay. I did say Could even take the top order block out first and then fake break, which we've done. Okay, so that's what we've done. Okay, we've taken the top orders, we've taken the liquidity from the top, and now we're rotating down. Breakout traders, if you're not liquidated, they will absolutely be sweating early hours on a Tuesday morning. Not a nice place to be in. Okay, so for me now, yeah, I mean, it could rotate up from here, but I'd need to see that in the order flow now. I'd still be in favour of a move down to this order block here under the 1.9 liquidity. Okay, we'll have a look at that in the order books in a second in the TRDR console. But I would be more in favour of coming down and just taking a little bit more liquidity. Pepe does good volume now, and when assets like Doge, Pepe, and even some of the memes as they build in market caps and volume and so on and so forth, they're going to have to take all the liquidity they can get to then move higher. You know, that's just how it works. You know, you'll see that in BTC, you'll see it in ETH. They take all the liquidity, they fill all the demand, they fill all the supply, and then you get the rotation, and then you get the move. Okay, so yeah, I think Pepe still looks good. Even if we're to get a deep, deep cut down to that 1.7 zone, I'd have some of that. I'd absolutely be all over that. Another thing to mention is obviously seeing on crypto Twitter a lot of people, you know, oh my God, if Pepe goes to $1, I'm going to retire the family and buy a Lambo. Yeah, well, we hear that all the time on assets, don't we? And it's absolute Billy bullshit. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. I'm not going to go into details now because it's boring as fuck and you should know it anyway. But if you're looking for targets on these sort of coins, you really want to be looking at market cap and not just price in general, okay? Market cap and supply. If you just do a quick comparison to Doge, total supply on Pepe, 420.69 trillion. I repeat, trillion, yeah? Market cap, 8.5 billion. So it's already doing great stuff. I'm sure it's going to do well. I'm not fudding Pepe. I think it's going to do very, very well. I think it's probably going to be one of the standout coins, if not meme coins, of this cycle. I'm talking about the next year or so, okay? But just compare this and just compare this. Let's go to Doge, okay? Doge supply 146 billion, right? The difference between 1 billion and 1 trillion is infinite. It's huge, yeah? And Doge market cap 56.54 billion at this time, okay? So Doge already doing amazing. I actually think Doge will continue to do well. I could see this at 100 billion, easy, the market cap on Doge. Really, really good, and especially with Elon and, you know, the Department of, what do you call it? Department of Government Efficiency or whatever it is. This is, it's going to continue to get attention, isn't it? Okay, so that's going to do really, really well. You know, so just be mindful of this when you're looking at stuff like Pepe, and saying to your grandma and your mum and your dad, I'm the greatest crypto trader ever. When this coin hits $1, it's not going to. Well, I'm never going to say never, but if it does, it's probably going to be a market cap larger than all of the assets put together in the entire world. So do your maths. When you're looking for upper targets, look at the market cap as well as just price. All right, guys. Comparison, let's just quickly check what Big Boy BTC is doing before we go check some levels. Big Boy BTC is flexing his muscles. 1.81 trillion. Massive, absolute fucking brilliant. And I think it's going to continue to do well as well. Little comparison with what other companies are in that zone. Okay, so BTC's market cap doing more, I'm not sure volume actually, but it's bigger than Tesla, Meta, Saudi Aramco. I mean, this is major shit we've got going on with BTC at the minute. Long may it continue. All right, guys. So let's jump into some levels on Big Boy BTC. Quick look at that weekly then. Okay, so 2 weeks, which is coming up to a Fibonacci time from this lower range here on BTC. Not sure what we get today, to be honest. I need to see a little bit more data in the market. We've had 2 weeks of up. If we're to have a little bit of chop here and even a little bit of downside, I would accept that, you know. I would accept that. And there's a couple of things I need to show you in the TRDR console as well. Especially with regards to the liquidity in the market from the Liquidity King template. Okay, so we will go and have a look at that. But yeah, just watching the data as you all are. I'm actually waking up with fresh eyes every morning at the minute and just seeing what was going on. Yesterday was a very choppy day. We do have a little bit more data in the market today from, you know, a little bit of dynamic spot coming in to play. Okay, so BTC daily, yep, not bad there at all. And the 4 hour here, okay, you know. And I do have to say, with some dynamic bids sitting just under price here, we'll maybe wait for the US session as normal. to give us a little bit more data in how this goes. But yeah, it does look, you know, you get these kind of shapes, and God, I don't know. I've just got a feeling it's just going to send and just continue out from, you know, from this zone in the coming days, coming hours. You know, we do have supply, but the bears are doing a shit job. You know, if you're hedging short positions, you kind of need your stops over 93k. You know, and you don't have to short this at all. Take a bit of profit and just chill and wait to see if you can get a low bid, you know. But yeah, 4-hour chart here. As you can see, weekly VWAP at 90k. Weekly open was back here at the 89, 90k as well. If we were to get a bigger, deeper cut, yeah, where does it go? I don't know. You know, we've all got these levels. You can pull them all day long. But really what you're going to have to do is just check the order flow. We've still got some good depth of book in the books at the minute, in the TRDR console. Yeah, we'll just have to play it as it comes, really. But this kind of pattern here, I don't know if this is just going to pop and run and gun, you know. We'll maybe fact check that statement next week. All right, but yeah, looking at Pepe then. Yep, certainly nice. Trendline triangle traders, do what the fuck you want with that. To be honest, if I was trading this, I would get rid of that. I think that's very rarely valid trendline down. I would draw a fixed range like that, okay? And you can see where we're going. That's your value area high there. Okay, so value area high, you can actually put that on the indicator as well, but I do like to draw it on. And that is your value area low there. So we're actually trading under value area low. Okay, so we are in a value zone, but do we get a little deviation down to the zone that I would like? And then pop and rock? I think that'd be beautiful. I'm happy to wait for that as well, to be honest. You know, in these kind of zones, absolutely nothing wrong with that at all. Whether it's derivatives or spot, I'm happy to chill and I'll wait for that. Right, so with that being said, let's go and jump in to the TRDR console and check some order flow and levels. Right, here we are then, guys, just on the old multiverse chart at the minute. If you're unfamiliar with this, go grab a link from below and get yourself involved in the matrix that is the TRDR console. But yeah, just on the old multiverse layout at the minute, as I'm keeping an eye on a few assets. FTM catching some bid at the bottom here. I do like FTM as an asset. Testing those range lows below, getting an alt diamond from the TRDR alert system here, just at the bottom there. Sol has been an absolute beaut. So this was your Sunday morning kick up from the Sol diamond there. Okay, so from the Sol diamond, Friday into the weekend, manage your risk, stops at break even or even just above. Trail your stop if you want. That's what I like to do. Early hours, bang, there we go. Everyone's asleep and off to the races. And actually right here, right now, that's your nearest supply on Sol, 250 up there. You've actually got a little bit more dynamic bid coming in here. As we can see on BTC, last set of group spot and diamonds here. Again, I think that one was Friday as well. Really, really nice one. Wasn't the best to rise up from these diamonds, and this was in the US session. I was actually away from desk. I was watching this, tightened some risk there, but we actually came down, hit another BTC diamond there. So that's perps and spot demand, and away you go. And then what we can see here is, okay, we will zoom into some lower time frame order flow. What we can see here is dynamic spot bid following price up. Really, really nice to see it. So 93k is your next battleground, and then above there, 95k, and then beyond 100k. I know that's a big target for everyone. Do we get there in one clip? Not sure, but let's jump in and have a look at what else is going on. So I'm just going to go to the full window on Big Boy BTC at the minute. Right, so here we are, just looking at Binance spot at the minute, USDT. So we can see that dynamic bid. It's not a massive order, okay, but it's certainly good to see it, you know. We've hit some group spot here. We actually hit a BTC diamond here yesterday. So this was interesting because in the US session, they really slammed the shorts on here, or, you know, this was spot market. So they were really coming out of position here. And then it was interesting that we dropped. You got a slight reward if you were hedging your position there. And then everyone just got taken out on that move back up. And there were some order blocks higher up to take anyway. So I think it's not a bad area if you were hedging a bit of a position. But like I've been saying for the last few weeks, it has to be low margin, low leverage, because we're in a very, very strong breakout price discovery trending market. But yeah, some nice levels here coming in on BTC. Despite the fact it's not a big order, it is nice to see that. Okay, so Coinbase Pro, similar again. They're moving orders up. It's nice to see. higher levels there, 100k. Bitstamp have been your main sellers here, actually. I don't know if they can do the volume solely themselves to actually nuke price, but they have been doing the main selling. And then on the perps market, here we go. We've still got some nice bid, okay? Your warning sign will be, I don't know if I mentioned this last week or on the last live session, your warning sign will be when the perps market really loses interest. And what I mean by that is when you lose all these bands, okay, and there's no bid, that's your first warning sign of, okay, you know, we might be ready for a little bit of mean reversion. Everyone calls it a dump, but I'm sure even if we drop 20, 30%, you're still going to be very much on trend. So while I'm here, let me just have a look at Pepe. Just on that subject as well, some nice new assets getting put in for the order flow. If anyone's into trading squirrels, you've got Peanut. If anyone's into trading cute baby hippos, you've got Moondang, all right? But yeah, just while I'm here, right? So this was the zone you were getting attacked on yesterday on Pepe. You can see the spot supply coming in, and here we are still on Pepe. So do we get a little bit lower? Not sure. I mean, I'm quite prepared to just wait for this to hit spot and perps. You know, you can see it's hitting perps demand now. The trouble is with looking at the perps books, especially in a trending bullish market, is everyone and the hamster or baby hippo is bullish, right? So perps can very much get used as liquidity, and we're just creeping towards that 1.9 zone there. So if we can dip down here on Pepe, for me, that would be the better risk reward, okay? Don't trade these breakouts. You're going to get absolutely wrecked, all right, guys? And one thing to say is, you know, if you're not using the order flow like this, you really, really need to. If you're just trading triangles because someone called, I won't name names, but if someone with Moon in their name is tweeting out the other day that Pepe is going to absolutely fly in the next few hours, okay, you are exit liquidity. Thank you very much. So if you've not seen it already, go and check out this, all right? Go and check out this video where we basically run through with the legend, okay, that is Mark Douglas. If you are unfamiliar with this guy, then you really need to do a little bit more research and take a bit of time out and read a few more books. Not to undermine anyone, but yeah, go and have a look at this video. I'll drop a link below because I run through this video and we have a look at the order flow as well. And what Mark's talking about is dynamic bid coming in. So you get in at best bid. And then when price rises, you know, you want dynamic bid to come in and then push price up beyond. You don't want to be chasing breakout green candles and being someone's sell exit liquidity. All right. So just wanted to mention that. I'll drop a link below. But yeah, Pepe, do we come down a little bit lower? Not sure. Not sure. Okay, we'll have to see. So back to BTC for a second then. So we do have this dynamic bid just below. Okay. I'm not personally too interested in still shorting this. I will short it if we get some real violence upwards and some real heavy supply again with the bearish divergences and everything else, you know, the full recipe. Another thing I want us all to consider is, I'm just going to jump to the liquidity chart for a second. Okay, so I'm just going to look at it on a 4-hour basis. I'll flick to a daily as well, just to show you a comparison to where we were before in the previous range over the summer. And like, I think this chart, if you're familiar with this one, again, go and have a look at the Liquidity King template video in the playlist. We are setting new parameters now. Okay, we're setting real new parameters. So you've got an open interest. You've got an open interest RSI here that I find really good. And then what we're looking at is spot order book depth and perps order book depth. I'm not going to go into too much detail. Go and check that video on the Liquidity King from the playlist. All right. If I just flick to a daily chart. So yeah, daily chart here, you can see, and what we normally do is draw comparisons with where we've come from and where we are going. So the barometer before of an overheated market was generally when the perps market got up to that 2 billion mark. You can see there. Okay, you can see up here, 2.3 billion. That was a local top back in the summer, and then there as well. And then in confluence with the spot depth as well. Okay, that was our top side, and then you can see obviously from you get these bottom signals as well. Okay, so when the perps books are wiped out, spot books are wiped out, and the open interest is nuked, and that's where we are. Okay, it's a good risk on area, risk off, risk off, risk off, risk off, risk on. Okay, so go check that video. But here we are, and you can just see how full the books are on spot and on perps, and open interest is very high as well. Now, generally, if we're back at this time, I would say, right, this is it. I'm looking for shorts. We're going to absolutely giga nuke. This is going to be a swing short. Maybe that comes, maybe it does, and we get a week or so of red candles and down. We would still probably be very much on trend, even if you came back into the 70k zone. Yeah, you could probably come right back into 70k zone and volley back up. You still be on trend. But I actually believe I need a bit more evidence of that to put that kind of position on. And I think basically what I'm trying to say is we're setting new parameters here. We're in a totally new market now, trending bullish market. Trump's bullish, Larry Fink's bullish, Sailor's still buying. We're very much in a different market nowadays, you know. Now, the only way I can draw a line in the sand here and say, yep, this is our new parameter, is once we finally drop. So once we finally do get a drop, whenever that way may be, then I can say, okay, 2.5 to 3 billion perps market and 2 billion spot market, open interest at those highs. That's our new parameter. That's our target for next time up. Okay, guys. But yeah, just wanted to say this is looking very, very hot, obviously, but we are in a hot market. So new parameters to come on this. I will update everybody as we go there. But yeah, so that's it really. Continuation up. It certainly looks like consolidation under resistance. It'd be nice to see what goes on today. Don't forget you've got this dynamic bid just coming in here. So these are kind of your invalidation levels at the minute. You know, and if you remember 90k was like the zone to crack last week, wasn't it? Okay, so 90k took a couple of hits. So small, lower time frame resistance to support flip. Yeah, maybe. Let's see. Okay. If you get any lower bid on Pepe, Whiff, Doge, and any of the lovely new meme coins, then get involved, yeah? But that's it. If we do meet any good price action this week, I will jump into a live. Just was a little bit away from desk last week. But yeah, give the video a share if you found it of any value. Give it a like. Drop us a comment. What are your thoughts? You know, what's your thoughts on the market here? Are you long from a lot lower and you're waiting for your classic 100k target? Or are you hedging short positions and you've had enough of the market and you're shitting yourself and you want out? No one will remember your name. Get involved. We're going up only. Do your own research. No, I'm only joking. All right, guys. Look, I hope everyone has a good week and we'll speak soon. Cheers.
I bet your margins are pretty nice and fat.
Let's not talk about my margins, by the way. Being nice and fat, that's a nice shirt. Do they make it for men?